Thank you very much for coming to the roast this evening. I am Joey Pixie, and I will be the roast master this evening. And trust me, the burners are going to be high. So don't put your hands too close because you might get a little burnt. Oh yeah. Give me that purple drink, yeah. Give me that purple drink, yeah. Give me that purple drink, yeah. Talk about, a friend of all of ours, somebody that we hold very dear to our hearts, Mr. David Swinton. Not only is he a friend, he is a father, he is a mentor, and I really want to hold on to that relationship for as long as possible, and I'm not gay way. So I'd like to bring on our first comic for the evening. You might know him, you might not. But to us, he is Mr. Vincent Zell.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for allowing me to be here this evening. It is an honor. When asked to present the Lifetime Achievement Award to Wesley Snipes, I thought, sure, why not? After all, he's been in some of the best films of our time. Blade 1 and 2. Majestic films. White Men Can't Jump, Jungle Fever, his wife knows all about that. And my personal favorite, 214, thanks for everything, Julia Newmar. Oh, I see. Excuse me, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently this man is not Wesley Snipes.
David is so black that
And finally,
it's happening.
Yes.
Where you from? I was gonna say David is so black that D'Alessandro's won't deliver pizza to his house, and that's fucked up.
First of all, I'm sober right now. You see the purple? Apparently there's liquor in the purple drink.
A lot of it.
There you go.
Super tight.
Keep chugging. Chug that shit, honky.
There you go.
Alright, anyways. I'm waiting on like I'm getting heckled. This isn't going well.
There you go. You got some notes.
haven't had dinner yet. Alright.
Really? Can I get cheeseburger?
You know when I'm drunk and I do this, and it's like, oh, he's drunk, it's okay. And I gotta realize that I'm actually... Yeah. Alright, Byron. Anyway. Yo, let me get backtrack.
This is true. He looks like an adult Willis from Different Strokes. Not Gary Coben, like the actual character Willis. Like, Google it on your phone.
David Swinton looks like a fat Cam Newton. Wait, take the glasses off. You gotta take the glasses off.
Fuck you, bitch.
David Swinton looks like a black Ninja Turtle. Michelangelo.
When I went to go write that joke in my phone, it auto-corrected David Swinton's name to David Swims None, which is crazy because my phone was just like, oh, you're writing jokes? Here's one. David Swims None. Get it? Because he's fucking black. Thank you, racist joke phone.
David Swinton, what many of y'all might not know is that David Swinton was in drama in high school. His first role in the play Othello was Large Brown Tree. His second role in, what's the name of the play? I'm so illiterate. The Matchmaker was, Large Dark Backdrop.
But while I'm here, I'll say a few words, as not to waste my own time. My assistant has provided me with notes. I'll be sure to fire my driver later who brought me here. He looks strikingly like you, actually. David Swinton, occupation, pizza maker at D. Alice Andrews. Sounds like an island off the coast of Spain.
He doesn't get out and show us much of his personality, other than the fact that he's ignorant. He's ignorant to the fact that he's married to a white woman. I mean, shit.
Speaking of white people shit, someone told me that David, they saw David like wearing whiteface around, which I thought was fucked up because I was like, why would David feel the need to do something like that? And then it dawned on me he was probably just trying to meet Kristen's parents, or trying to get a pizza delivered to his house.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What can I say about David that's not already black?
I mean,
He's black, I know that much. You're really setting the world on fire, aren't you, David? While you're near the age of 30, still making pizzas. But you're a black man married to a white woman, so you must be successful in some way. Exactly, I didn't even know it was legal in South Carolina for that to happen. It's been a long time since I've been here. Exactly how much marijuana did you sell her before you won her heart?
I think that per by the pound, dog.
I'm not familiar with Pip, but I'm sure he's a lovely fellow you met in prison.
I came up with some notable memories of David. He burnt the roasted red peppers. I can't remember how many times. He burnt your pizza. More times than you can count. He's dropped at least a farm's worth of chicken breasts on the ground. Throw them all away, don't worry. And yes, he's recorded 2 of the songs for his album. Release date, we're not sure.
David, what instrument did you play in Corpses again? Backup shitting in a bucket?
Says here, you are a percussionist. Black percussionist, sounds like a make my way. I used to be in a band called The Corpses, a hard punk band that wears makeup and sang about werewolves and zombies. Since here, the band started when you were 12. Nope, I'm sorry, that's a typo. You were 21. in a pizza shop and sings about werewolves. The future is so bright for you, my boy. I got to wear shades.
DL Saunders here. I didn't write any jokes for you because I know you'd be here. I kind of think that getting early is not that good at all. It's definitely not right. Bird! But the beatnik is one of my favorite pizzas in Charleston, so... Unburned. Wet towel for that first burn.
Back in high school, Dave and I dropped acid and listened to the Shins with your girlfriend. I don't know what the fuck she is. And I don't even look at you as black anymore because that was like some cracker ass shit. Like, that might be the whitest thing I've ever done. And I used to wear Birkenstocks.
I'll start in the beginning. I was a wee 19-year-old, fresh to the world of food and beverage. Never made a pizza before in my life, but no! David Swinton was there. I told him one day that I didn't really prefer the Beatles. I like the Rolling Stones instead. Yes, I did. He said it right. I fucked up. And my punishment was to be choked unconscious, thrown into the closet, a whole bale of sugar thrown on top of me, and then 10 minutes later when I finally arose, I realized that we were going to listen to the Beatles for the rest of the day. And I never questioned his logic after that.
You never came out of the closet.
Never did. Never came out.
I didn't write any jokes for Joey, but I thought of a joke while I was sitting here. Okay, knock knock.
Who's there?
Joey. Say it. Joey. I was cracking up. I wasn't even laughing at it. I was just laughing at it.
It's 2 weeks, so it's like
Knock knock.
Who actually got fired from DL's for being late to work, even though he fucking lives upstairs from DL.
How the fuck do you mess that up, Joey? You live upstairs.
Joey likes to introduce himself to women by saying, "Hi, I'm Joey." Like, okay, he's from the room. I want to ask you, how often does that never work for you? It sounds like something a serial killer would say.
That's why they go around anymore.
Yeah.
And a little backstory to this roast. So me, David, and Kristen were all working one night. Joey comes busting in to DL's, blacked out, crying, screaming at us. He's like, "They fucked me over, man! They fucked me over!" And we're just like, "Dude, what the fuck are you talking about?" He's like, "It was supposed to be me! It was supposed to be me!" And he's like, "Fuck David, it's supposed to be me!" That's when I found out that Joey is the only man that would react to being called a princess and to stop acting like a princess by acting like a princess. We're like, "Joey, quit being a princess." He's like, "I'm not being a princess! I'm not being a princess!" And then he turns around and he's like, "Yeah, next I'll probably get fucking Hagen to do it." And he doesn't realize that I'm standing right there. It's just so blacked out. I was like, "What the fuck did I do to you?"
I know Joey wanted this roast to be about him. So I came up with like a whole list of shit to make fun of Joey about.
Yeah!
But then I saw that video of him shooting the guns on Facebook. You saw that one? He's like, pow, 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 pow. And that smile that he came back with, I was like, shit, crazy people are still allowed to own and shoot guns in the state of South Carolina. So until they change those laws where that motherfucker can't shoot guns, I'm not going to make fun of him.
And then he starts talking about Scott Frank. He's like, Scott Frank fucked me over. I've been carrying Scott Frank on my back for years. He said he put the team on his back. He said he put the team on his fucking back. What fucking world do you live in where you put the team on your fucking back, Joey? You said it put in work. Like, what kind of work do you have to put in to be the fucking guy that gets roasted at Cutty. It's like whoever gets the most blacked out, do you have to cry? So every time I've been over here, because he cries a lot, every time I've been over here in the comedy, he's just been crying the whole fucking time. You have a son named Frank. It's a bit complexing to have your own son roast you this evening. Tell me, Frank, exactly at what age did you come out to your father? I think it's endearing he approves of your lifestyle. And that you are so open about it. It takes courage. This goes to show you, no matter how well you raise your child, they can find a way to let you down every single time. Like being a cocksucker. Some children never get over oral fixation. Did you even feed this child? He looks like he gets nourishment from dry cat food and the ejaculate of his many strange gay lovers. Are you familiar with the Jungle Book? You look like Mowgli, but instead of being raised by wolves, they gave you a saltine cracker and left you to die in the woods. Yeah. He's the only guy that I know can do a whole comedy set with his eyes closed, just like, man, I don't get any pussy, and it's like, it sucks. For 20 minutes.
That's good. That's how I write all my sets. That's how I write them all.
Yeah, he's the first black guy I've ever met that definitely doesn't know how to play basketball.
It's true.
Shots fired! Bang, bang!
I wouldn't say switch, but it was
He's only half black.
Shut up, yeah.
Only half. You know, me and David have known each other for a very long time. Besides our choking outs and our arguments, David taught me one amazing thing, and that was solidarity, independence. Because there were so many days where David would be like, oh, I'm gonna go to the walk-in. And then 25 minutes later, he's on his bike riding in front of the pizza shop, leaving me alone to work for the next 3.5 hours. It taught me how to be one person. So I never needed a crutch. And thank you, David Swinton, for that. Also, you're an asshole. And I hope that you rot in hell and burn to death at some point in time.
Since you're so incompetent at your fucking hosting job.
You're roasting that guy.
We're getting to it. Don't worry. Since I'm the one that wrote a set in this entire fucking place. You try. Hey, yeah, boo me! Woo!
3 sets were written.
Oh.
David just had a son, bringing the kid in this shit. It's, the awesome thing, yeah, he's like, I don't know, he's like 4 or 25, I don't fucking know. The awesome part about David's baby is he named it Frank Swinton, which is amazing because it sounds like a character name off the Sons of Anarchy. Fucking Frank Swinton. I feel like I could get away with taking your baby to the strip club. You know, like bouncers should be like, dude, what the fuck? You can't bring a toddler in here. And then I'll go, you mean fucking Frank Swinton? And they're like, holy shit, Frank, we don't want any trouble. We let you in this one time. Then we go and do coke in the bathroom. And I think I'm going to end it there.
David Swinton is a very hard worker. I remember when he was in Old Village, he used to cut the grass in my neighborhood. And I mean, that was a long time ago. He's worked his way up to pizza maker, which is great. I mean, it's a long climb.
Johnny made that dough.
And
made that dough, yeah.
And yeah, I know he's a hard worker, and I know he's going to give his son like the best education, because you sure as hell can't afford a college tuition on pizza money. That's just not going to happen. And
You ain't never heard of Diaz.
that's it. He's like the Black Jesus. He's a really great man, and
Black Jesus.
I'm happy every time I see him across the street from Cutty's. That's all I got. Love you guys. And also, Jesus was black, so he's just like Jesus. So.
Alright guys, seriously though, I love David Swinton so much. And like, writing these jokes, like, I just stand up all the time. This shit was so fucking hard because he's the nicest dude in the world and I couldn't come up with shit to do. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do a stupid fucking character and try to make it funny. But dude, you are the man. I've known you so long. I love you so much, man. Thanks guys. Mr.
Mr. Vincent Zell, y'all. I guess I can say that he was right now. Look at this. He got an award.
And I don't really know the guy that much, but I like him. You know, I don't have too much shit to talk about him. We work a lot, and it's always a lot of fun when I work with you and your wife, and we always have a great time. And I've been doing that for almost a year now, so let's hope it keeps going for almost another year, man. Thank you.
That's right. You're welcome.
But tonight,
Joey, stop fucking with the cord.
fuck your face.
You love
I got time.
Keep that shit up, dude.
I got time. It's alright. But it is now the time of the hour for the master, the roasted one of this evening, to finally come up and take the microphone and say some real shit. Some real shit.
Yeah, but it's been that true.
So let me give it up to that nigga right there, David motherfucking Swinton.
Give it up! Give it up!
Don't realize, but this nigga right here is great roasting, dog. Everybody was talking shit. Everybody was talking shit. You know, worst part about it is all your motherfuckers was laughing at that shit. Fuck each and every one of you niggas. I'll take this motherfucking grill out.
It's getting really
I don't really understand why rappers put that shit in their mouth, because it's really fucking hard to talk like that. You can just turn into a different person, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, here I am. I'm David Swinton. I work at the Alessandro. I'm black. Put a motherfucking grill in, you ready to slap some bitches. Fuck. Only reason I came in here because I was curious what the fuck y'all was gonna say. Like, oh man, alright, so we got a roast going on. We did one last year with Scott Frank. Yeah, Scott Frank. Motherfucker came up to me, he was like, hey man, like, you know, we did a roast last year, and you know, like, well, we couldn't think of anybody else to do it, you know, even though there were like a shit ton of comics that like come and do comedy night, and we couldn't think of anybody else, so do you want to do it? Dude pretty much was like, hey, we want to make a bunch of fucking black jokes in your goddamn face and then laugh at you about it. Can we do that? And I was like, yeah. Go ahead and do that.
Oh shit. Wait till he turns around, people. You know who this is. Represent.
So, I really appreciate everyone who came out to Princess Joey's coming out party. It's been a great time. If y'all don't mind, I'm gonna have a little sit down. Is that okay with y'all?
Sit it down.
Oh, I feel like I need to sit down too.
So, my first question is, what do you say about someone whose whole goddamn life is a roast? Like your whole fucking life. Like honestly, he can't even write jokes. He doesn't write jokes. He tells these long ass stories that may or may not be mildly funny. It's like watching an episode of Louis with Louis C.K. except for without the jokes and without the artsy parts. It's just like depressing. It was really fucking sad all the time. Kind of bitchy. But it's okay though, it's okay. He even came up here to talk about how badass I am. But yeah, David, you know, he has this job that he needs to like survive. And then like I came in and I was like trying to work and I was like, hey, like teach me some shit. And I was like, fuck you, I'm out. You gotta work that shit by yourself, bitch. And like that's his joke. Like damn, I just like alpha mailed you and you're just like, like how is that funny? How is that making fun of me? That makes me a badass, dude. I'm just shaking your act.
No, I can't.
Yeah, this dude, he walked into the Alessandro's. He had this like whole afro thing going on. It was like It was like an afro, and there was like a couple dreads, like sparingly throughout the whole thing. Like, he had this like Bob Marley wristband that he used to wear, and a puka shell necklace. Who the fuck was puka shell necklace? Goddamn 2010. Like he walked out of a fucking 311 concert. And then, to top it off, he gets the job, right? Because Nick was like, oh sure, we're like, we got a regular black guy. We want to have like a light-skinned gay black guy. Talk to his customers. When the regular dark-skinned black guy burns their shit, looks at him funny, and we have the other one smooth it over, it's gonna be great. So he walks in, and he puts on Daft Punk of all fucking things. And he's like getting down like everyone gets to Daft Punk at like 9 in the morning. But yeah, the funnier thing is, alright, actually, you know what, stop. I am just gonna tell you a Joey style joke. Is that alright with y'all? Give me a little story. Alright, so once upon a time, Joey moved in, and you know, when he's hungover, he's really bitchy. So it's easier to just like be like, yo, Joey, go home. I don't want to deal with that shit right now. You'll be better when you're more sober. So he went back to the No Girls Allowed club. This is wrong. They told me to come back at 5. So 5:10, 5:15, like I'm ready to go. And this black ass ain't there. And my first thought is, how it was brought up earlier, how the fuck are you late and you live 3 seconds away? Like, you live upstairs, you can hear the music. Fucking come down here. So anyway, I go upstairs and I just hear snoring. Will's gone. I forgot the other shithead that used to live there. Fuck that kid. What's his name? Elliot, yeah. Yeah, fuck that guy. Elliot, you in here? Fuck you. Anyway. So yeah, there's nobody home and I just hear snoring like upstairs and I'm like, God damn, this nigga's fucking asleep. It's like fucking 5 o'clock right now. How are you asleep at 5 o'clock? So I start walking to his room and I walk and his door is cracked open and I'm like, alright, how am I gonna wake Joey up? It's gonna be so fucked up. I love fucking with Joey, it's a highlight of my day. So I like look in there and his fucking dresser is right here, and there's his wallet sitting on the dresser. So I like reach in there, and I was like, yeah, alright, so I'm gonna grab this wallet, and I'm gonna kick in the door and I'm gonna throw it in his face. And I'm gonna be like, wake up, nigga! So I like reach in there and grab the wallet, he's like still snoring, and I kick in the door and I throw the wallet and I'm like, woo! And what did I see? Joey passed the fuck out with headphones in his ears, dick in hand, like, on the side of the bed. He didn't even get his pants all the way off, man. It's like he slipped himself a Mickey, but then got too fucking loopy before he got his dick out. And like, I'm gonna get. He probably didn't even come. There's just a crusty ass fucking. There's just a crusty ass napkin on top of his dick. Like, I'm glad I didn't see the dick. But that shit was fucked up. That's scarred for life. I'm fucked up. I think about that shit every day. I didn't even have to look at the paper to tell you that story. Fuck that paper. That shit's up there, dude. Nigga fucked me up for the rest of my life.
That's real.
Listen to the goddamn 311. But even though Joey made me go through that, I'm a real asshole to Joey all the time. Like telling that story, that was fucked up. But I put Joey on my family plan because that's where nigga he's like my little brother, and I pay his phone bill if he wants me to. That's my nigga, and I love him.
Give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up.
And that's how you roast you, motherfucker.
And that is real. Thank you for coming to the roast tonight, everybody. Give it up for your comics and David Swinton, everybody. Give it up, David. knows what will happen next year, Joey.
Thank you all for coming. You guys are awesome. Please take care of your bartender. And please give all of your comics a little love.
By saying, give that to Cutty's for letting 5.5 white boys make fun of a black guy in a bar. If any of this footage gets out, like Cutty's is closed tomorrow.
Now my people's outside.
Y'all wait, y'all wait.